Hey guys, and welcome to Dainty Bite. It is apple season and there's no easier way to celebrate the season than with an apple upside down cake. It's just like a pineapple upside down cake, only with apples. It is a simple recipe. It's like a giant pancake that tastes so good, topped with apples, caramel, and some walnuts. Let me show you how to make it and let's get started. You will need 2 good-sized apples. I peeled and I sliced a thin slice, just like so. I'm gonna remove the seeds with a cookie cutter, a very tiny cookie cutter. So this is an upside down cake. I'm gonna cook everything inside a pan that's gonna go in the oven. This is a cast iron pan. I added 70 grams of butter, unsalted butter, and I added 3/4 cup of brown sugar, light brown sugar. I mix them together until they melt. I cook for a minute or two, add a little bit of bourbon. If you don't want to add bourbon, you can add a touch of lemon juice, about half a tablespoon. A minute or two. I love how it looks. I'm gonna add a layer of the sliced apples. And in fact, I love apples. I'm gonna add 2 layers, but you can do 1 layer if you prefer. I add a handful of walnuts. You don't need to toast or anything. Just add on top of the apples. Like I said, I'm gonna add another layer of the apples. And now let's make the simple cake batter. 3 extra large eggs. I mix them very well. I add a touch of vanilla extract and I'm gonna add a touch of bourbon. You can leave it out if you prefer. It adds a nice flavor. And I'm gonna add half a cup of granulated sugar, 1 cup of buttermilk, and 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. If you don't have buttermilk, you can add regular milk, or you can just add a tablespoon of lemon juice to the cup of milk. And I just mixed the dry ingredients, 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, or you can use cake flour, a touch of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. I mix them very well before I add to the wet ingredients. I mix just until combined. I don't overmix the batter. Just like a pancake batter, you don't want to overmix it. I add the batter on top of the apples and I bake at 350 for 20 minutes or until a toothpick inserted comes out clean. I scrape the edges just when it comes out of the oven and I'm gonna wait for it to cool a little bit before I flip on the other side. I really hope you give this recipe a try. It is so simple and so moist and delicious. And until next time, bon appétit!